Alright, gave this thing a quick bath, and exactly what they tell you not to do, wait for the day before the race to get ready. That's what I'm doing. I don't actually have a race tomorrow, it's a track day. But anyway, I wanted to get one last training session in today on the dirt tires. So I did that, rode for about an hour this morning in the yard, and now I'm going to do a little winter maintenance to this and get the wheels off and get the Supermoto tires on. So let's get after it. Alright, something I did with this bike is I put these foot pegs on, and they're like some random eBay, Amazon foot pegs, and they didn't have any spring, so I took these springs out of an R6 rear set. This one is jacked up in there now though. I need to try and pry it out because it's not working from crashing. That side still works. This pick isn't going to do it. I need something stronger. Maybe this will work. If I can get it down in there nice and deep like. Come on. Oh yeah. Well, it looks like that is just finished. R.I.P. Kind of works. Call it good enough. All right, first things first, take the rear wheel off, 17 millimeter. Looks like I had it at the 2. These are easy to adjust, but it's nice to take note of where you have it set, so you don't have to try to figure out your chain slack when you put it back together. Maybe you do have to take this off. There. Alright, so that's that. I can just get set to the side for now. Put it over here against the nails. That's good. Alright, now I'm going to remove the rear shock so I can service the pivot points in the rear suspension, all these pivot points and the swing arm. It's a 17 millimeter up top. Probably need a wrench to hold one end. If you can get it up in there nice and deep. Scratch my paint. Looks good. A lot of times they get real gross, but I keep mine pretty fresh. So I've seen these already like completely pitted and rusty. That's pretty much how this one was when I originally took it apart, but it's been together for about 2 years now. I never washed it. It doesn't get much wetness. Today was the first time I ever washed it actually. Alright, bottom shock mount bolt is a 14. If you don't know where these things go, put them in Ziploc bags and label them. I've done this too many times already, so pretty confident I can get it back together. I'm just gonna leave that hanging there for now, I think. I don't really need to remove it. I could cut those zip ties and take it completely out, but I don't know if it's necessary. Take the swing arm off. I think it's a 17 also. I'll have to take the chain off before I can get this thing off too. Get to that. I want to take that off and clean it anyway. Alright, so this is a clip type chain, master link, if I can find it. This thing's gross. Can't believe we got this dirty. Here, clippy, clippy, clippy. Oh, I see it. There we go. Let's see if I can shoot this thing across the room and lose it forever. New Supra. Sounded good. So these clips are usually pretty fun. Yeah, the goal is to not launch it across the room when it comes free. There we go. Just keep that together. I'm just gonna put it under there so I don't lose it. Take this nasty thing off here. That'll get some kerosene treatment here shortly. Maybe I'll pull this out first, if that's even possible. Fun little trick. The wrench is still on there. There's surely an easier way to do this. I didn't do this last time, but I forget how I did do it. But whatever. We got it. Not ideal. Far less than ideal, but we got her. Sending. Sending. Sending soon. We'll be sending soon. Pretty much all these bolts go in from right to left. Alright, so now we got that off. That's all ready to get greased. Just one more piece here, this bottom guy. I really should have just taken the shock off. Clean that up a little bit. That thing's nasty. They're all nasty. Go. Let's go. All right. Still nice and greasy. That's how we like them. Better than rusty, that's for sure. All right, so that's about all for that. One other thing I want to do here is clean the air filter. So pull that off with the Zeus. Nice mud in there. Open up the air box. Pull the filter out. Really loose. Interesting. Looks pretty good though. It's not too dirty. Might not even clean it. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to. This looks good to me. Put it right back in. I'm gonna put it right back in there. It's like a year old, but I can't even see any dirt on it. Barely. Not worth it. Gently slide it back in there. Sometimes you gotta spit on it first. Okay. All right. That's brand new. Not. And excellent. So we'll just do it kind of like the reverse order of the way I took it off. Take these little caps off of here. Push this thing out. Looks nice. A little dirty though, so we'll clean it up. This looks like a one dirty paper towel job. If you know me, you know I clean my bikes typically with paper towels. I don't get out a hose or anything. I just get a paper towel and dampen it and wipe it. Helps avoid electronic issues. Getting water where you don't want it. Should paint this thing while I have it off just to make it look sweet, but ain't nobody got time for that now. That's what happens when you wait for the day before. Damn kids. Make a little plunger. Team Ramrod. Sekar Ramrod. Oh, there's all kinds of nasty poopies in there. It's actually grease. It looks pretty clean. But still gonna get it all out of there before I put the new grease in. Yucky. All right, now we're getting somewhere. All right, if that wasn't the most boring thing you've ever watched, why, stay tuned for part 2. Big paper towel job here. Pee-pee towels, big pee-pee towel guy. Another Team Ramrod here. Thought that was going to be mint. It's not. It is not mint, mate. It's pretty good. All right. So first things first. Need some more pee-pee towels. Need some more pee-pee. Got the chain on the jigsaw last night. I'll ride that to work. Alright. Alright. Clean these little caps. They love holding all the garbage in there. And the seal areas, or whatever they're called there. That rubber inside part with the groove catches all the debris. I guess that's what you want though. It's better than it falling into your linkage pivot points. This thing looks beat. Yeah, it's alright, I guess. Just a little dirty. A little greasy. A lot of debris in there. A lot of debris. You can hear it. You can hear it on the pick as I swipe the pick around. It gets gritty and crunchy sounding. That crunchy sounding is not anything I want in my suspension components. Might seem a little OCD considering how dirty my bikes typically are, but when it comes to the race bikes and vital components like suspension, I try not to cut corners or half-ass the cleaning jobs. So it's going to be a big cleaning job today. Big paper towel guy, pee-pee towels. My allergies are all jacked up today. It's like I got the COVID. Hope I don't have the AIDS. COVID AIDS. The COVID AIDS. Oh, you hear that gritty? You want to be careful with anything rubber like this, with what you use to clean it. Like I said, I just use damp paper towels usually, and not for this stuff. I just use dry paper towels with grease. But yeah, you don't want to get harsh chemicals on there. It'll dry them out. Even like alcohol or something like that dries out the seals really quick and pretty much destroys them. So you might want to avoid that. All right, this piece looks good to me. So one down. Get this good grease. I don't know why, but I've been in many performance shops, and a large number of them use this Bel-Ray grease. So I started using it, and it's been great. I have no complaints. There's got to be a reason that everyone uses it. I haven't figured out why, other than it works. Just want a thin coat on this. Maybe even a thin coat on these rubbers. Very thin though, even thinner than what I got on there. That's way too much. I'm gonna clean some off. That looks good. Drop that bad boy back in there. See how it didn't, you know, there's not much buildup right here. If there was, you know you put too much on. Put these caps back on. Pop a cap in there. Okay. That's one piece done. Put this lid back on, keep your grease from getting contaminated with more debris. And that piece is done now. On to the next. It's a big old bolt holding this thing on. I think that's even bigger than a 17, ain't? Sure is. Must be a 19. I gotta take that off and then we'll get to that. Alright. So, take this thing off. That wasn't pretty, but whatever. Bit aggressive. Bit aggressive. I guess we'll do the swing arm next. Since it decided to jump out at me. Uh-oh. Someone's beating their kids. Kidding. But I do hear screaming kids. I think they're playing. They just playing. It's a beautiful day. Kids are playing in the yard. Not in video games. Inside. Or any of that garbage. Get your kids outside. Get them a dirt bike. Best thing you could do. Worse than a crack habit once they get older. They won't have any money for drugs. More cleaning. So I'm gonna do the same thing with this. Pull this out, clean it up. Same thing with these. Pull these out, clean them all up. And I'll get back when I'm done with this so you guys don't have to bear with me and watch all this nonsense. Alright, time to start putting this stuff back together. I cleaned it all up. Took about 5 or 6 paper towels and maybe 30 minutes. Start putting it back together as I go. I'm gonna grease everything back up again, starting with this bottom pivot linkage bolt. Send her home. There. Just gonna put everything on like finger tight for now. I'll tighten it up after I go. Grease all these things and put them back in. Okay. Perfect. Get them extra sloppy. I really don't want them sloppy. Try to keep them pretty clean. Oops. Grab the wrong one. It's a little grease on the seals just to keep them softer. What word I'm looking for? limber or something. Alright, so that little dog bone there's good now. Throw this in the garbage. Chandler, I do have trash cans somewhere. I bought some for out here. I don't know where they put them, but they do exist now. You'll be proud of me. Alright, so put this dang old swing arm thing back together too, I guess. I don't think you really need to grease the metal. I don't think it really touches anything. We'll give it a good little dab anyway. Oh no, the hairs. The dog hairs. It'll catch them. That's why I gotta make sure this stuff's clean, and like I said, try to keep the lid on it. Try to keep the lid on her. Beautiful. Grab a dab for this shaft. Get all these quick while I'm at it. Well, I got the goop on my fingers. I need a little more, wee bit more for this and this. All right, now we're getting somewhere, baby. This thing looks like it came straight from the hardware store. Probably did. All right. See if I can do this in a better way than I took it all apart, because the way I took it apart was just dumb. At least it seemed it. So, put this up in there first, I guess. Got these holes too. There's much to get in there, but look how dirty it was. Got a little dirty. A little dirty. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. We're starting to win. Dang old hair. Dang old hair. That back in. Uh-oh. That ain't right. Let's try round 2. No, no. Alright, that's a little better. Got it in the hole this time. Lubed it in the hole. Just how we like it. Alright, so I finagled this thing back in there. Now, gotta line everything up, put this bolt in. Try to keep these caps on and off the ground. Now that they're all clean and greased up, it's usually best if you can hold the bolt end and tighten the nut end. It's not always possible though, so see if it is in this case. This one works. Make sure it still moves nice and free, which it does. Make sure there's no dirt in that thing now that I just knocked it off there. There's not. Tighten this next one. I could use a ratchet on this one actually. Feels nice and buttery still. So we'll just tighten this bottom one and then we'll be in business. Still buttery. How we want it. Final bolt. That top shock bolt's also still loose. I don't know why that's like that. Oh, just straightened out. Tighten that top one, we should be in business. All right, today is the day. It's past midnight. It's March 13th, the day of the Daytona 200, and the first day that I'll be riding on track on the East Coast of 2021. So our first mini track days today. The bike's almost ready to go. I need to clean the chain and put that back on. And the major issue I have is I still have a dirt tire on the front and a broken spoke. That one that is missing in action. So I'm going to have to fix that before I put my new street tire on it. So that should be fun. So that's what we're gonna get into. First, I gotta take off the front wheel. I made a castle nut for mine because these things are common for coming loose. So we drilled it and then made a castle nut so I can safety wire it. Okay. All right, 17 milli for the front. All right, we got 1 a.m., a little after 1. Time to get these wheels back on. Open sesame. Oh. I got a mod coming for this soon to prevent this from ever happening again, but I don't got time for that today. Oh, someone's ripping a Harley out there. Oh, get it. Yeah. Cold night for that. It's windy as hell too. There we go. Got it. Oh no. Now this thing. What's next? There we go. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Progress is the process. Don't forget it. Don't forget to pump your brakes after you do some shit like this too. With this tire, it's really wide, so I think that's part of the reason why it's a struggle to get on the rim. I filed my forks down. Should have showed you, but I had the wheel off, but kind of see right there. I had to do it to make have some clearance, but it's bent. It'll be all right for tomorrow. Alright. Here's my hole. I think that's it. Pretty cool little safety wire pliers. If you've never seen how this works, clamp it down and then you just hold this back part here and uh-oh. That didn't work out ideally as planned, but it's alright. For this. Actually, I don't like that. Redo that one. That's no good. No good, Captain. Just reuse it. Look at me. Look at me. Saving the environment and stuff. Alright, let's try this again. Maybe I'll just cap it down here. Send it. There we go. That'll do. You always want to fold that little piece, because those things are like needles. Now, you don't get stabbed by it if you touch anything on the bike. All right. Front's done. Onto the rear. Not doing well. Not doing well. There we go. I wonder if that's proper. All the other bolts, like I said before, going from right to left. This one I had in like this. I don't know if that's right. Feels like it's not right, but we're gonna go for it anyway. We'll just send it like that for now. I'm gonna leave that loose. Need to clean the chain, and after I clean the chain, that's it. I guess I'll show you that in a second. All right, time to clean the chain. You gotta get your crusty chain and your fanciest toothbrush that you just finished brushing with and you're gonna use again later. Fill up a bucket or something with some kerosene. Scrub that bad boy. Kerosene works really good. Doesn't take long. Clean these babies up. Just want to make sure you get all the sides. I'm gonna smell like kerosene for like the next week though. It's the only downfall. This stuff makes you stink. I'm usually a little less sloppy with it. What I'll do is I'll just get like a little Dixie cup and fill the Dixie cup up and stick the toothbrush in it and scrub it while it's on the bike. But I have this one off the bike and I'm just trying to hurry up and get this done so that I can go to sleep and go to the track tomorrow. Trying to see any spots I missed. There's a dirty link here, there. Here and there. Oh yeah, this stuff also, kerosene feels great on the cuts. So if you have cuts on your hands, strongly advise the gloves. Even if you don't have cuts on the hands, strongly advise the gloves. They stop your hands from smelling like kerosene for the next couple days, as well as stop them from getting dried out. What do I know? I would never touch this stuff without gloves. Alright, that's good. Mint. Alright. What you don't want to do is what I just did and rub it so much your paper towels get worked. Alright. That's all good in the hood. Slide it up on here. That beautiful Vortex sprocket. Aluminum, of course. What else is there? Oh, Lord. This is not the best when you don't take the thing off. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere, buddy. Now we're getting somewhere. Like how I just pulled that socket off of there. I had no idea it was there. This is it. Put this bad boy in there. There it is. The curse of death. I heard it. Where did it go? Let's try this again. There we go. There we go. Finally. Now just tighten the chain up. I think it was at 2, so I'm just going to try to put it to there and hope for the best. Cool little things these bikes have. Adjusters, chain adjusters, I guess. Stock. Alright. Alright. Something you want to do, put something that's not going to mess up your aluminum sprocket in there. When you tighten up your chain, a lot of times when you tighten the axle, it wants to tighten the chain. So prying something in there like that stops that from happening. Stops it from weirding as you tighten it up. On the 2. On the 2. Seems legit. I just touch my tire with my oily hands, kerosene hands. Although it does eat away at the chain grease, it is still petroleum based, I guess, so not something you want on your tires. I need to get some of this play out of here. Just adjusting my rear brakes so I don't have to tomorrow. Just getting it closer. I like it to be, you know, like right there when I pull on that bad boy. Is that thing bottomed out? Is it? No. It's just... I was just being stubborn there. Alright, that's good.